Alright, well, I ain't gonna hold y'all. This is episode 8, Made You Look. And who do I have here today?
Your sexologist bestie. My name is Cash. But I got a lot of aliases out here in these streets.
Spit them!
Right? Like people call me by my Instagram name, which is All Natural. People call me by my kink name, which is Enchantress. People call me my actual name, which is just Cash. Kasha is my name. So,
Enchantress.
yeah. You got real familiar with that name.
I thought I knew her, and so she took me to her dungeon.
She to the dungeon. And you found out, nigga.
Yo.
Enchantress is a given name, though. I didn't even pick it for myself. My audience gave it to me.
Is there definition behind that?
Yeah. So, like, we might be jumping straight into it, but like in BDSM, you have people who typically identify like on the dominant side or a submissive side, right? To some degree, I'm on both. So I'm what you call a switch, right? I could be both dominant and I could also be, I could be come smack this ass, so I could be, can you please smack
All right, see,
ass?
slow down,
Right?
slow down. We jumping right into
it.
She's a switch. You can stack
I
this
could switch the energy so quickly. Like I literally could go from daddy's girl to sit the fuck down.
I want to get into that, but I want to start with the definition
Of what a BDSM or
sexologist is, because I never knew what that was.
You
Like,
think it's a
what
fake
makes
job?
what makes somebody a sexologist? Do you go to school? Is there a degree? Like, is there courses? Like, how does somebody become
a sexologist? So for me, I didn't intend it. I didn't plan it. Nobody goes to school when they're 5 and they want to be bro. I want to be a sexologist. Like that's not it. But one, to answer the part of your question, yes, there are credentials that you want to have. I'm board certified, so I'm a board certified clinical sexologist, which means that I went through courses, studied full on program before I had to get to that point of being able to be certified by the American Board of Sexology. Right?
There's a board.
Mm-hmm.
It's people that.
Because there's more clinical stuff to sex than people recognize. People
Right.
think it's just, how I squirt, people got real problems out here too. You know, until somebody's like, oh, my man got erectile dysfunction. Or, you know what I'm saying, experiencing something like that. Or I had a hysterectomy, or I had this and that, and then sex changes. So I deal with the pretty and unpretty sides of sex. Maybe I am educating you about your body or different ways that you can access pleasure, you, your partner, or if you're single, how to explore yourself. But also I deal with people who've been assaulted. I deal with people, you know what I'm saying? There's a traumatic side to sex that a lot of people don't talk about. And so I'm going to be coaching people and navigating. Yeah, there's a layer of credential that you have to do it. I also went to school for business, but I minored in psychology. So having people who are in social work, people who are therapists or psychologists can easily add on the clinical certification for sexology and have that as an additional layer where you have a niche area of how you service people as opposed to just general psychology. So I'm still dealing with people's minds, but I'm dealing in this area. The truth be told, and I've been in my industry for 11, going on 12 years now, most problems ain't sex. Most problems are other stuff outside of sex that's impacting sex. So usually I still end up working on the other areas in their life, right? Because if a person's career, you just lost your job, you might not be in the mood tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like if I'm broke, I'm not in the mood. Like, I'm not horny.
Like hard dick and empty pockets is crazy. You know
there's bad niggas out there that's trying to fuck their way into relationships.
Toxic
It's like, yo, I ain't got no money. If I hit shorty
the right way,
it's about to get cold. Let me give her some
like
good dick.
Yeah. Bank account.
Yeah, most of the time they homeless when they got good dick.
Right? No. Listen.
Cut the AC, please.
Yeah.
I want to make sure we celebrate. I just want to get that.
To make sure that the noise isn't drowning.
Yeah. Okay, you guys are good.
I mean, I fell victim to a couple of homeless dicks.
I bet you did.
I ain't gonna lie. Some of the best ones came just like that. You know that? Pack of ramen, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nigga have you trying to fulfill his dreams and shit. Hit that pussy right. I'm like,
nigga, fix the toilet,
how much you want to do? How much your business needs?
Yeah.
That's how I'm out here. But then you get to a point in life where you realize that you can't just look at those type of factors, and that's where you got to start making better decisions. But I'm all for people having a whole phase. All for it. Like.
You could have. Wait a minute. We were just talking about that. We were just talking about that. You all for the whole phase?
Yeah.
It's cool. Like, he's being open. He's saying,
I think men and women
ran through.
As long as you're doing it responsibly.
Right. Right.
See, the problem is most people out here and they're doing it irresponsibly. They're not real about their shit. And I feel like at the end of the day, if I'm dealing with somebody, they should know if I potentially have other partners. Because they might be doing certain things with me under the thought or precedence that they're the only one, and I'm moving X, Y, and Z way. But you gotta realize you could really jeopardize a person's life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Doing this type of stuff. So as long as you're doing it responsibly and you just, then yeah. But I feel like everybody should be able to have it because there's a part of exploration that comes with it. Now, I'm not saying you have to. If you're the kind of person, your religion, that's not what you, cool. But the whole face ain't really ever hurt nobody.
So that's where you at with it, are you saying right now, like, hey baby, I'm gonna go see TT today, right?
Oh no, my phase is my 20s.
That was that.
I don't gotta, my lifestyle now allows, for example, my man, he doesn't have a problem with my interaction with women.
Okay.
Or whatever the case is, he's actually aroused by it. So
that's what I'm saying.
It's not a
just let me in the room.
Yeah, it's not a competitive conversation about it. He likes seeing, because I'm more dominant with women. Now my natural energy, when I'm dealing with women, I'm an alpha female, but in the presence of him, woman, I tend to be more on my submissive side. So he likes to see that switch activate and me tell us, don't play with me. Like he liked when I get like that. So, but before we met, I feel like when you're meeting a person, people start asking questions about, what do you like to do for fun? You okay if I like bitches? Is the question I
to the gate.
So because it's, how many times have you dealt with a person you like a lot about them, and then that one area ain't hitting right? It kind of tanks everything. It's like, I don't give a fuck how great your personality is. If it ain't hitting, it ain't hitting.
It might not be hitting right in another way too. You might like this person, then it comes over and it smells like sanitation juice. Like, oh man, like, oh, you don't know how to.
My sanitation juice, not trash. Like, you just want to throw a bag of half pots of hefty.
It's not only Draga, it smells like Draga. That's crazy. Like, oh my God.
No, it's so funny because I was having a conversation like a week ago about that and saying like, is it when you gift people like body products and soap and shit, like is it low key disrespectful? Like we were just having a discussion about something like that. So it's funny you say that because it's like you just want to subtly be like, that wasn't right. And I don't know about y'all, but like I tell a guy all the time, you been outside running, baby, it's okay. Go sink wash your meat or something. Sink wash your meat at minimum.
Yeah.
Don't serve me MSG when I go to suck that shit.
Yeah, go marinate it.
I don't want no salt, no sazon, no nothing. I just want to taste dick. That's it. The extra shit, no thank you. So people be trying to hide them. Go clean your shit. I'm never gonna look at you like, oh, I can't believe this nigga came to my house and washed his dick. Like,
how about like laying up all day? Haven't been outside for the whole weekend.
That's medium. That's medium. Yeah, that's not Nah, that medium slight saturation.
Yeah.
Nah, that's different. But I think it's the same for women. Like I feel like a lot of women I talk to, they go to dude's house and they kind of trying to hide the fact that they're trying to get their hygiene up. Like they go into the bathroom to secretly clean their vagina. When it's like, nah, babe, I need to go clean my pussy real quick. I've been running around all day. Why can't we just be straight about that? Because I know you don't want to put your face in nothing that's not to a certain standard. No. I don't want to open my legs, but people will literally go and use your hand soap. And I'm like,
that's crazy because
y'all know it happens. Y'all know it happens. And they come in there smelling just like the pineapple fucking coconut shit on your sink. And
But that's my dog's soap, right?
I wash my dog. It smell like herbal essences. Like, I know you just used the shit in my bathroom. Why you just didn't tell me you need a little bit of soap? Like, yeah. I got you, babe. What you need? So, I don't know. I'm just like that about it. But I think, like you said about the whole phase thing, I think have fun with respect. And as long as you taking care of yourself and your body, and you ain't, because there is a level of wilding out that's just like, but you don't learn shit till you do a little thing.
So you're able to build a man in the bedroom.
I have absolutely educated in real time. Yeah, I could be a very hands-on instructor if I want to be. Yeah.
This is great, guys. You guys listening? You guys are taking notes.
There's a couple women out there, a lot of bitches that owe me a thank you.
That's it.
I sent them to you ready.
Sent them back home right. Like they thought they knew what they was doing.
Yeah, because even the people that, so we talking on a serious level though.
Yeah.
I don't think that you should be involved with anybody who you don't feel like if y'all don't work out that they still left better than they came to you. I think that's anywhere you go, right? Your presence when you out, your presence no longer being there is something that I think people should feel. Or you ain't really doing shit. You know what I'm saying? So it don't have to be anything big. You know what I'm saying? There isn't a guy that I've dated in a serious capacity that if I went to his home and I left his home, he couldn't tell that I was there. Or after I'm gone, like, damn, I missed the way she used to. If you're not leaving a stamp somewhere, you ain't doing shit.
Like a puddle of squirt.
Could be that.
You know what I'm saying? Like leaving something. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Little slum ass.
You know what I'm saying? Or it's like, so.
That's like pissing on the fire hydrant. You know what I'm saying? But
market territory.
Yeah. So I feel like when it came to sex, before I was a sexologist, so before that, I've always been open about the subject. I've always been explorative about the subject. And then I've never been a person scared to talk about it with a person. Like some people are scared to bring up certain topics. I'm the kind of person like, how do you like your balls handled? Like I ask that kind of question. And I find a lot of guys are put off when I say things like that because they don't expect the directness. But it's like, nah, some guys like that shit grab. Some guys like, man, that's too hard, tickle them. You know, like, how you like your balls handled? I will ask that question. I'm a teacher.
Right.
But how you like your shit handled might not be the way the person I was with before.
Right.
So I'm a forever student, even though I'm also a teacher, which allows me in a bedroom with any person that I've interacted with for them to leave learning something that they didn't come in there knowing.
Yeah, so a man has to really be like open to be actually around you because it's like, it's no hiding nothing. Like a lot of men are not open these days into having those conversations, or they're kind of like, let's say, I don't want to use the word scared, but they look at you as like
it's an intimidation factor.
Intimidation.
Yeah, that's fucked me up a couple times.
That
you got to be a very secure guy to deal with me.
Very secure.
And not because I'm going to do something to make you insecure, but because I'm very secure.
Right.
And I attract attention. And that's something that, you know, at a certain point in life, you just have to come to accept. Right? I could walk outside of a t-shirt and sweatpants and somebody's still trying to holler. I've explored the theory many a times out there in the most basic fucking way. They like, yeah, I like that natural shit. Like no matter what you do, they gonna find something.
You the crackhead's gonna get crack for free. Like if you, I don't care if you're a crackhead. Like I only got 2 cents. Like, yo, I need 10. Niggas don't care if it's $10. I only got 2 cents again. Yo, come on, let's go to the roof, yo. You bugging. You gotta stop doing this shit.
You mean everybody, girl, is so busy?
You gotta stop coming up short.
Yeah, they still doing it. They still doing it.
Sorry.
I tried it though. I've even said I wanted to do social experiments to kind of see what that would be like. Go outside extra natural, go outside extra done up, go outside and just see what the responses are.
You gotta go outside homeless. I think that would be funny as shit. If you go outside homeless, like put fake dirt on yourself, like cut up your clothes, you know, like the IG homeless bum, like matching him, like put a fake like stink smell to you and walk by dudes and be like, yo, y'all about to, I swear to God, I know this is dude's favorite line. I gotta take one for the team. And you're not taking one for the team. Like, what team you on, bro? Who you playing for?
Listen, these niggas will take you to their shower, clean you down if they think
that's what they gonna say. That's insane.
I actually, you know how they was it was like a reel going around where they was asking guys like, oh, do you prefer more natural or BBL? And then they asked the women, they asked the guys, all the girls said BBL, and then all the guys said natural. I was like, I'm really curious about this because it's like, I think y'all like natural bodies that look like BBLs. So I went out there, just as bare as I could be, straight afro, whatever the case is, just washed my hair, walked out the house. I think I had like just a regular little dress on, no real bra, no makeup, no nothing. That shit was stopping more niggas in their track than any other day.
Exactly.
Any other day. And it was on some like, I wish I caught reactions. That was the one thing I messed up. I was like, I gotta do this again. But you're right. Now I might have to fuck around with your concept though and go out there real.
I'm telling you.
Real trashy. But yeah, I'm sorry because you asked about the sexology thing, but I didn't go into it because I wanted to. I was doing politics actually. A lot of things in this history over here. But I was working on political campaigns, campaign management, stuff like that. I started selling toys on the side, like doing the parties, the girls' nights, put a couple dick straws on the table type nights.
Yeah, I happened to be on Twitter and I scrolled and I haven't told you this. I happened to be on Twitter one day and I used to be scrolling and the timeline just be free at night and just going anywhere. Yeah. And you put a dildo on the wall.
Oh.
And you was teaching a class though. And one was like 4 inches or maybe 6, and then you took that off, you swallowed that. demolished the 6. And then you threw 9 up there and almost did the same. You choked a little bit, but I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. And I just kept scrolling. I didn't do nothing. I didn't save it.
I don't know what you're really talking about.
Huh?
There's a video. I had it blurred on Instagram at one point, and then I deleted it because I wasn't about to take no chance. You know, Instagram, you were ready to snatch your shit. So
yeah.
But I think it was the same dildo, and I was teaching a class where I was facing the 9-inch one. But the point was, it worked. I got a lot of students that showed up.
That's because a lot of women need to learn how to give head. Absolutely, that's important.
It is, but I'm about to be. They're more willing to come and learn than a guy would, though. So, like, not about giving a head, like to not suck a dick, but eat a vagina.
I would actually attend that class.
So
I'm never too for that. Like I need to learn. I would want to learn everything that has to do with making a woman happy and complete. Like especially for me, I would definitely join a head class for men.
For men, it's so funny because.
Would you guys join a head class for men? Clap your hands if you'll join a head class for men.
I'm gonna hold all you motherfuckers to it. I'm gonna hold all y'all to it. No, but because you'll always see a significant lower attendance at one of those than like the woman. It just always happens or whatever the case is. Which surprisingly, I think a lot of men should be attending the other one too, right? And I'm gonna tell you why. I've had a lot of men come to my classes with their women, like they come as couples,
right,
or whatever the case is. And there are things about y'all dick that y'all don't even know. So it's kind of like a double-edged thing of it. Now, I'm not teaching you this so that you can suck a dick, but also in the process of me teaching, the first thing I do is a deep dive on the male anatomy and helping women understand like what makes y'all tick, how do y'all come, what leads into the act before we get to putting your mouth on it.
Wow.
How do we get there? What's happening in a man's body that leads to him ejaculating versus not? And you know, what types of tips and tricks and all that kind of stuff can vary, but ultimately y'all anatomy is your anatomy. And most guys, they come for that class and I ask the question like, oh, what's the most sensitive part of the penis? And a lot of men can't answer that question. They might be like, oh, I think it's, you know, probably the head or da-da-da. But when I start going deeper, they'll be like, as I'm saying it, they're like, oh, that makes sense. I've seen it happen because I've taught those classes live on a stage in comedy clubs and shit like that. I don't just teach them in like closed environments. I've taught them publicly.
When do you have these classes? I want to attend. I want to be there.
So
I need to be there.
If it's in person, I'm trying to plan one for New York in August.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm gonna go to a couple of the cities.
But you should do that. You should do that. Both, yeah. I'll be your co-host. You need me to be there as a host and a learning host.
But not, I'm telling you, and I'm not saying this out of like to be clear, like there's no arrogance or anything with it.
Yeah.
But people don't really understand. Same thing with women. How many girls come to me? I want to squirt so bad. It happened to me once, but it can't happen. But you don't understand what's happening when you're squirting.
Yeah.
Then you don't understand how to control it. Because I can squirt on demand. You can say it, and it's gonna happen when you tell me to. You know, so that's the BDSM side.
Now you see.
You think it's not possible?
Because you said you're a switch.
I am a switch.
But so you saying somebody can just be like, it has to be the person you're into that can say on demand.
Somebody who has the ability to tell me what to do.
Tell you. It has to be an instructor. It just can't be anyone.
Not an instructor, because my man can tell me what to do, and I'm gonna do what the fuck he said.
But it takes time. You can't just automatically like squirt, and you're like.
So like it's to the point where I could be in the middle. We could be in the middle of doing whatever, and he could tell me, "You better not come," and I'm not gonna come. But when he says, "Let it go,"
because you have that mind
I'm gonna do what he said. So, I like that control.
So now that we walking into what's it called, BDSM.
Mm-hmm.
I need to know what's going on there. What's happening with this?
It's the most misunderstood type of kink I think out there, especially for people of color. Let me say that.
Right.
But BDSM, the acronym represents a lot. You know, you have bondage, you have discipline built in there, you have submission, but you also have sadism is what the other, S could be. You have masochism. So and then a D can also mean dominant or discipline. So the acronym represents a lot, but it all lends around those themes or whatever the case is. But it's a form of kink play that taps a lot into control, restraint, and believe it or not, I think I learned more about myself in BDSM than anything, because I also reprogrammed a lot of trauma in it. So, and a lot of people can do that if you have, like, I always recommend people work with a psychiatrist or therapist or a sexologist while they're doing it, because you still want to deal with the mental stuff. But For example, I used to get my ass beat all the time. I still get my ass beat.
But in the past,
before it made me cry. Now it
right.
Now I gotta, now I like to get his ass smacked. Right?
You said something about therapy, like.
Yeah, because so I had a couple that I was working with once, for example, right? Quick kind of like example. The woman, I met her back when Clubhouse was like lit, you know what I'm saying? And she was just in a Clubhouse room and she was like asking for advice around something. And I'm over here like, you over here asking a bunch of strangers for help about some significant shit in your relationship. Ain't nobody here qualified to really, But she was basically saying she liked to be choked and all that kind of stuff or whatever the case is, and her husband wouldn't do it. So, that was a problem for her that, was stuff that she really liked that he wasn't trying to fuck. So I was kind of trying to get more info.
She was in the Clubhouse trying to get choked out?
She was in Clubhouse trying to help niggas get choked out.
she wanted to get choked out by somebody else because it wasn't happening at home.
She had a black icon on her image, right? And so she was on some I'm trying to be here anonymous type shit, expressing her desire and talking about da. So I'm just like, out of curiosity, like, I want to hear about the husband, right? What's his reasoning, da. So then she goes, oh, my husband, he was in the military, he deployed, he did a couple tours, and now he's home, and now that he's back home, I just want to do all these things with him that he's not interested in. So then she said military. I was like, oh, that's the problem right there.
That's what I was.
What branch? She said Marine. I was like, oh, that's the problem. A devil dog? He trained to kill with his hands. You know what I'm saying? So we had to have a conversation, and I was like, I'd love to have a conversation with you and your husband, but first with you. Have you ever considered once that he ain't choking you because he think he might kill you?
Yeah, he might not let go that
neck. Snap out. Yeah, you don't know how PTSD show up. You said he did 3 tours in Afghanistan. He probably, nobody comes home. Yeah, I killed 5 niggas. Nobody's coming home giving you a report. So once we talked about it, and then her husband got brought in on it, and I asked the question. I was like, I don't know if you feel comfortable answering this, but did you have to take a life with your hands? And he said yes. So I was like, you could see her face, like just felt stupid. Because you over here in Clubhouse complaining about your husband instead of taking time to understand why. Why won't he choke you? Because he love you, and he thinks that he can't control himself, and the last thing he want to do is choke, and the next minute he's standing over his wife's lifeless body. It's never going to be the same again.
Especially if he about to nut, and he just forgot, like
for 2 seconds, Yeah, so we having a good time. Next thing you know, he done caught a body. You know what I'm saying? So that's not funny, yo, but it's funny as fuck. That's funny. You know what's funny though? Side note, because I definitely fainted one time and had
passed out.
Yo, terrified in there for 2 seconds. Brought me back. I was like, again, but again. That shit was exhilarating. But what about them? They ended up exploring BDSM and kind of doing it with the guidance, working with therapists as well, working with me. And because he had a therapist for his PTSD, they were working with me and then they was doing it. And what BDSM is, you get safe words, you got triggers, you got things that snap you out of it. So he had to learn how to have a way to bring himself out. So it's almost like he would have sex, go on a sleeper cell, but then you say the, flower blossoms of the spring and he snaps out. So they had to find a way for him to come out of it. And after they kept doing it and exploring it, they first was doing it with the guidance, the dominant is there, somebody else to be like, yo, chill. And eventually he overcame it. Right. So, BDSM can unlock a lot if you approach it right, but it's just too many big ass people out there. Yeah, because there's a lot of people out there who want to come across like the biggest expert. And they don't know shit.
Right.
So you just gotta know, if you do decide to go into it, what respectable people to learn from, because you learn some dumb shit being there.
And it's not whips and chains. When she started off talking about it, for the people out there who don't understand, is what we grew up on thinking. Like once we heard that word, we thought about the white people tied up. You know what I'm saying, whips and chains and balls in their mouth. But it's not just that. And that's the first thing we see or think about. And it's not that. Like you're not taking it there. You're not getting shitted on and all that. Like, are you?
Unless you like it. Yeah, and that's what people understand. There's nobody making you do anything.
Yes, you want, if you like it, yeah.
Some people pay for that shit to get it to them. You know what I'm saying? They like it. But the whole thing is, so some of the founding principles in BDSM are consent. right? Safety and sanity. And recognizing that it's ongoing, continuous, and can be withdrawn at any time. So at any given moment, even though I'm the submissive and this person is dominant, I can say one thing that stops everything. Right? That's what safe words. We joke about pineapples, bitch, but you know what I'm saying? That's really what it is. It got to be some outlandish word that you can't potentially, you know, yell at sex or whatever the case is. Or you can we use a traffic light system. Red light means stops. Yellow light is like slow down, check on me. Green light is I'm good, keep going. But if I'm like red light, you know what I'm saying? Or if my mouth is gagged or restricted, I might be a certain number of taps. I might 1, 2, 3 is my indication that you gotta stop. But there's a way for you to know where a person is in an interaction and stop it. So you're not doing anything that you don't want to do. Nobody can make you do it.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the biggest mistake.
And everything is welcome into the bedroom. Fire, ice,
all of it.
Whatever you like, because I got shocked.
You got shocked? Did you like it?
It was.
But did you like it?
It was alright, you know.
I love electricity.
The more sparks that you get used to. I feel like I gotta get hit like a couple more times. Like, bah, 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 like.
And it's different because I've held like electricity node, like a wand, right, that has a current. And while I'm holding it, you don't feel anything. But
Hold on, cut. Give me a second.
Something getting swallowed in there?
Swallow that.
That's the energy she brought in. Yo, can you ask them to give us like 20 more minutes downstairs? You know which one it is, right? Yeah. And you guys can keep going.
Okay. But yeah, like I've definitely used the electricity, and when you hold the current, the node, you don't feel anything. But let's just say I'm holding it, and then you come along and you touch me. We would feel. You know how sometimes you even touch a person and it's a shock. So we already have those currents going through our body.
Right.
And basically, what that instrument does is it kind of like surfaces, it brings it to the top. But then if I touch you with anything that's metal or whatever, it's like a passing jolt sensation going through you. So it's almost like sending current. Same thing with fire. It doesn't actually burn. You felt it, didn't you, that day?
Yeah, I felt it.
How'd you feel?
The fire? Nothing. It's the wax for me, the melting wax dripping, like
that type of stuff.
Yeah, that
wax could be a no-fly zone.
Yeah, wax.
It don't have to be, right? Some people like the sensation. Some people's like, nah, chill with that. Yeah. But people think when they see the fire that it's burning, but it's passing so quickly across your skin. It's really just like a warm, almost like a hot stone massage. Right. Just keep going, but it's the element of not knowing where it's gonna hit. Visually, it's like exhilarating. So once you're looking at it, you're watching this fire on your body, you feeling the heat, you're like, oh. Truth be told, heat generates the most blood flow, which is good for your erection and my orgasm.
Exactly.
So, you know what I mean? So that's what it is. But there's still a lot of stuff in BDSM I'm exploring, and there's a lot of things I know I love, and that's the beauty in it. Like, it's no one size fits all. Just keep figuring it out. And now my partner is more into it. He bought that same zapper that night. Went home and ordered it on Amazon. I'm like, what the fuck is this package?
He getting hooked. As he's learning, he's getting hooked. It's gonna be hard for him to tap out soon. He's gonna be out of this world. It's gonna be hard to do.
Because he gets off of my reaction.
Yeah, he's enjoying it.
So he's interested in anything that's gonna get something out of me, or whatever the case is, and that's okay. I'm fine. It'll be a good little slut.
That's what I'm see, ladies, pay attention.
But yeah,
be all you can be. But if you're gonna be it,
go hard or go home. Literally.
Have you ever had a bad threesome?
The first one ever. Terrible. That shit.
Because everybody always screaming, I want this, but don't really know what they get themselves into.
Because I feel like a threesome is no different than polyamory or polygamy, right? You think you know what you're signing up for until you realize what you're actually signing up for. The task is, there's a lot of, for example, like men who want the 2 girls. There's a lot of guys who struggle keeping up with 1. And now you're adding 2 to the component, you know what I'm saying, to it. A lot of people can't handle that. If you know you're the kind of motherfucker that get that 1 nut off and you're a one and done, you better have a strong head game fucking with 2 girls in a bed, for example, you know what I mean? So there's that. If the threesome involves 2 women who don't got good chemistry, or they really doing it for the guy, but they not really into each other, that could kind of mess up the vibes. But the first time I did it wasn't the girl that messed up the vibes. It was my boyfriend at the time. He was blowing mine. He was blowing mine. Because I felt like he was overperforming. Like he was trying to really, I knew what he could do. He felt like he had a point to prove.
Because there's another woman in the room?
Yeah.
So he was trying to like outdo.
I was like
try to like go crazy on
trying
her.
to go,
like,
he over here doing this, he trying to outdo. I'm so good.
I'm gonna stuff this nigga as soon as she leave. I'm
that shit was blowing mine, yo. Cause I picked the girl. She was my like. It's not like he said. I'm the one who said. I'm sitting here like, come on.
It should always be that too. I'm glad you. It should always be the woman picking the girl.
I think you know I never had a threesome. Do it together. I've seen a lot of people that I've coached. They have their first threesome at a play party or lifestyle event or whatever the case is too. Like y'all could go as a couple and y'all see somebody. Y'all both like on the same page. That person on the same page. It could be a good spot to do it. But I definitely think don't go forward with it if she's not comfortable. And you know what I'm saying? Obviously, if that's what we're talking two women and a guy. Because a lot of guys don't like the other side of that coin.
Right? They start hanging out every day. Now you out the triangle. It's over. Like look, like we going on a spa date. Like yeah, again. Just keep leaving you out the whole shit. Like yeah.
Well, you know what's so funny about it because when I met my boyfriend, right? Obviously we just met each other. We vibing. We getting to know each other, but I ended up taking on because I'm a lifestyle. And BDSM, there's a difference. I didn't say there's pro BDSM, like pro domination, people who do it as a service. People book them, they book sessions, they got clientele, da da da. Then there's lifestyle where your everyday life has a form of it built in. So I had a dedicated submissive, right? While we're involved with each other. She's not my first, but she was the one out with that time. But low key, it's like a all the time threesome if you want to get technical, because really I'm the connection between both sides. She comes, she's taking care of my needs, she's servicing the things that I want done, she's cleaning my house and washing my clothes and eating my pussy when I want, right? So I have her and then I have him, right? And for a while those two didn't connect, you know what I'm saying? Not that they didn't get along, but it was the sense that our sexual interaction was either me with her or me with him, not together, right? So, and that's partially because she's somebody who identifies as a lesbian, right? She's had interactions with men in the past, though. She's had threesomes with men in the past, and I think she got a strong enough comfort with my man that she became open to it. Then one day, you know, I'm just laying there in the bed. I just started sucking his dick, you know what I'm saying? If I want to, I'm gonna do it, right? Yeah. So she's there, and at one point I noticed her watching, but she wasn't just watching out of curiosity. She was looking kind of aroused. So later on, I talked about her. I was like, I noticed you was really tuning in earlier for somebody who doesn't like dick.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She's like, you just made it look so good, and da da da. So we had a conversation about it, and after that conversation, she expressed that she was open to like wanting to try it if I was there. And so it ended up happening, or whatever the case is, where I'm low-key guiding her and teaching her how to suck a dick on my man's dick.
Coaching.
I'm coaching her.
Yeah.
It's like, open your mouth, it's okay. I want you to take a deep breath in, and when you breathe out, go down, because it's gonna open your throat. You'll get a little bit more in your mouth. So I'm talking to her about all this stuff or whatever.
Pay attention.
You need to pay attention. We all.
No, I'm talking to the people watching. I know y'all paying attention. Pause.
Well,
I wasn't talking to them. I wasn't talking to y'all.
That was everybody. You might be able to tell it to the chick sucking your dick though. You might, you know, she having a hard time getting that thing out her mouth. Like, listen, breathe out.
Oh my God, my bad. I'm talking to the audience. You said to me, pay attention.
Say, fellas, let y'all girls know this. Like,
yeah, and ladies, pay attention. Everyone pay attention out there watching.
It's the wild. It's the wild.
Flow set. What you mean?
It's the pause from behind the camera for me. You were just talking about that pause. He's like, oh, what you mean? Pause.
That was
right.
I'm sorry, I'm interrupting the great actress.
No, you're good. No.
Was you holding her head like?
Yeah, and at one point, so I know the type of things that give responses out of her as her dominant at the time, right? And so I'm watching her do it, and she's just like overthinking it. And I'm like, all right, let's get behind her, start smacking her ass and playing with her, like, or whatever the case is. And when I start doing things to her, she starts going harder. She starts getting more whatever. So now I'm like, okay, stay good. She can open her mouth a little more. So ultimately, not something that was a planned situation. The whole dynamic of the relationship wasn't something that was planned either. But it's one of those things that afterwards you talk about it, it's like, oh, how do you feel about that? And for him, it was like, you know, never in a million years did I think that this would be a scenario. Like, this is my, you know what I'm saying? But
it was his dream come true.
Yeah, but on top of it, it's like having a woman who has owned property technically at the time, right? Like, you know, somebody who's literally in service of them. And next thing you know, he's like, shit was kind of hot. Like, kind of hot.
You think of bad humble, like, so we gonna do that shit again, Mom? Word to mommy, that was crazy. Like, every Friday.
We ended up ending our dynamic, like, for nothing related to that, a whole nother other stuff, whatever cases, but like,
he got greedy?
No.
Niggas don't never be happy. Son got greedy. He said, that was cool, but that short shorty and Pathmark, yo, the way she was packing my bags, it just was crazy. Niggas just fucked up the whole.
Because I'm not close to those type of things. I'm not intimidated by no woman in my bed. Like, I'm really not. And like, I've said it on other things. Like, you think I'm gonna be jealous? Nah, I'm bad. Like, so that's how I am. Not everybody is that way. Not every woman is that way. But it's not even now. Like, even if it's not in the same dynamic that it was there, we go to events, we go to play spaces, stuff like that, whatever the case is. I'm not closed-minded to it as long as we both attracted to the person.
Yeah,
that'd be the hardest thing. He's some ugly motherfucker.
Has size ever been a problem for you? Like, I mean, I'm talking about like for men, like size, because, and not in a disrespectful way. You thick, and it's you have to have some range or reach. I feel like to fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it has to be. It can't just be like, and I'm sorry, like, nobody just walking up in there like, yo, word, are you ready? Like, you gonna be like, yes, daddy. Like, that's not happening.
No, because you gotta be able to tell me what to do, and there's certain things I need to see for that to happen. I can't. You're not just gonna get submission. Submission is earned to a degree. But so, for the most part, I've dated guys who are like my body type, are used to it. However, I'm not gonna say it's never been a problem, because that would be a lie. Because to be totally transparent, there's a certain amount of inches I can't go under, and not because he's just a small dude. No, because I got anatomy that eats dick up. You know what I'm saying? So,
excuse me, did you say that?
That's the best way I can say it. And I have a very defined arch. So if I can put my ass that high in the air, and I'm still not, you know what I'm saying? It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work.
Thank you for being honest.
Yeah, but if a guy's like 5 inches or better, we good.
Okay.
We good. I'm not, you know.
People think 5 inches is not a lot. If you get a ruler, it's a lot.
It's a lot. It's a good amount. You know what I'm saying? I didn't realize. I think younger.
This is 5 inches, I think, or 6.
Yeah, how long?
This is a 15 max.
Yeah.
6.
So the height of the screen could be 5, 6 on a good day. 6 on a good day. 6, which if you drinking up.
Okay. Yes.
Imagine niggas gonna be at home like this now.
No, because I you know me, like, I be on social media and I see a lot of dudes, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know what I do with this. Dudes be talking crazy. And it's never about size, because you could have pause, mad meat, and still don't know what to do.
With a woman of a certain
size.
When that shit coming back at you a certain degree, you gotta be able to really hold it. And if a woman is into it and she's, you know, ambitious in bed, is the word I use, she throwing that shit back on you.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I want to feel like you got your feet planted. I don't know what you got to do, put some constructs on, get some like some.
And you're not just thick, you can move. Like, you do cartwheels on shit, you know, like you do backflips. You like to hang off ceilings, like you like to do a lot of stuff.
Swing off doors, all kind of shit.
Violent, like. She like to be on swings and stuff, so like, I'm not even ready. Like,
I think that what it is, but to be honest, I think what's been more of a problem than my body type is, for some, my confidence could be an intimidating thing. I think a lot of women, even if they possess it, there's like a line. I'm not emotional about certain things that sometimes women can be emotional about, and that can be a little scary for some people. But also, you know, you can't just say anything to me and I'm gonna be like, when you have a woman who can provide for herself with all those things, it doesn't mean that she's incapable of. I have a lot of strong feminine energy. But ultimately, what it means is that the kind of person who comes into my life has to know that if you're the person I'm with, that's a choice. Just like you being with me is a choice. So if I chose you, have faith in that. Trust that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm choosing you because I think you're the right fit, whatever the case is at a given time. So there's nothing for you to worry about. You ain't gotta worry about no nigga, you ain't gotta worry about no nothing. You know what I'm saying? You got the dog with you. I'm home. I'm like this. And I'm home, you know what I'm saying? So I've actually had more of an issue with my energy, right? Because sexually, I'm not uncomfortable. I'm not shy. I'm not scared. I'm like, pull that dick out. I'm hungry. Like, I'm that woman. You know what I'm saying? And so for some guys,
can you just suck it?
Even my man said to this day that he's sometimes scared. Like he's like,
yeah, because like
in the beginning he says, "Oh, I'm scared of you," but it's a good scare.
It's a good scare.
Still a
you gotta get used to that because no woman's like, "Oh, I'm hungry." You can't go get Mexican.
And you know, and I might, depending on the day, depending on the vibe, depending on the energy, it might be a pull. I think I'm hungry, or it might be nice. Like
that's why I like the switch.
The switch could be fun.
Switch is dope.
Because I think what a lot of guys...
You be learning this shit talking like I know that. That's why I like the switch. Like,
switches,
look at me, I'm all in. That's why I like the switch.
You stepping into your pro space.
Yeah,
but you know what I think a lot of guys have to think about with a woman who does have a little bit of that energy? Because technically we all got testosterone and estrogen in us, right? Y'all got more of one, we got more of the other, right? But it doesn't mean that the other piece isn't present. And if you're dealing with a woman who grew up in any capacity where she had to be in charge, she's the oldest child, she's a supervisor or something at work, any part of her life that requires her to be in a leadership role, she's naturally going to have dominant, characteristics. But the way that I think a lot of guys have to reprogram how they look at it and figure out how to access it differently is that a dominant woman is not afraid to take the initiative. And a lot of men complain, I wish you would get shit started. Why I always got to start it? Why I always got to initiate? Why I always got to this? Right? So if you want a woman who equally will take the incentive, who will go out of her way to do things, who's proactive, and that just doesn't show up in the bedroom. That means if she realizes you had a hard day, she did the things at home to help you come home in transition, right? She's proactive. She's not waiting for somebody to tell her. She's not sitting here waiting for you to say it was a tough day. She had a conversation with you, she heard your tone, and before you got out your car and parked, that shit was already done, right? That's the woman I am. So a lot of that other shit could be whatever the case is, but I'm also the girl who sends my man to a hotel room for the night and says, baby, you need a break. And I don't know what you had planned, but today, that's where you need to be. Your PlayStation's already there, the food is waiting, your snacks are already there. So if you want, you know what I'm saying?
The PlayStation's there.
Yeah, I'm a gamer too, so I definitely understand the significance of that. You know what I'm saying? That's a significant thing. Women who are too afraid to do those type of things, you got to recognize that that's usually a dominant side of me saying, I'm recognizing a need and I'm taking the initiative to meet it. Yeah. So if you can learn how to hone in on those skills in that way for women, you know what I'm saying? It's not that you have to stop being who you are, but you do need to recognize that there's certain ways to exude your dominance that are equally emasculating. And that's where the line, you got to figure out where that line is and draw it. Because that's when, you know what I'm saying, you can't talk to a guy like you're trying to have a dick measuring contest with him when you don't have a dick to measure, you know what I'm saying? So that's the way I view it, and I think that's because I just grew up with a lot of men in my life, you know what I'm saying? And I think that a lot of women don't have that same story.
It's the last question before we go into my segment, which is how New York is you. Which one you prefer, being dominant or dominated? Because I know it's not 50-50. Don't fucking answer 50-50. One of them you really like.
Submission. My preference is submission. It is.
Explain. Okay, how you answer it.
I love that. I like kink praise. I'm a good little slut. It's a good job. I want to hear all of that. I want to use that. I love the way. Like that's it. Oh, thanks, Daddy. You know what I'm saying? I'm that kind of person. I naturally lend to calling him in those tones that acknowledges that he's the one in charge. He's the one leading this relationship. But the reason why he's leading it is because I've already seen that he considers me in every choice he makes. So it's a twofold.
That's almost like role play.
Yeah.
But you really into it more than role play.
Yeah. Oh, I love role play.
Oh my God. Role play. Role play. Role play.
I'm definitely that girl. I'm definitely gonna put on the velvet costume and I drop my glasses. I can't find anything without. Is it down here? can you help me solve the mystery of my D spot? I'm definitely her. But I guess what I'm saying is like, this is the best example I could give of it. It's like if I talk to you, we vibing in the beginning, and you're like, oh, what type of things you like? And I'm like, oh, I love this, I can't eat seafood because I'm allergic to it, or da-da-da-da. It's just a passerby thing I share in a conversation. You plan the first date, you take me to a seafood spot. Like people do shit like that. People are just like, so when I could tell that he looked at the menu and was like, oh, she gonna love the food here. I don't have to question and be like, where are we going? You know what I'm saying? I'm going where the fuck we going because I know you already thought about it. You get what I'm saying? So because I feel like if you find somebody like that, that submissive side of me just like, because I have to be dominant in a lot of other areas. I run 3 businesses. Nobody tells me what to do each day. Nobody gets up and says you got to be here on time or be at work at 9. So because my life,
you're your own boss.
Yeah, my family, I'm the person that they call for every problem. I'm the customer service agent, the attorney, the lawyer, the doctor. So if I got to exist in that all the time, the one place I don't want to have to be at is at home. So my relationship, I want to be able to step into my submission and whatever you say.
Amen.
Like whatever you say.
You work too hard to be coming home and tell somebody.
Tell
me what to do.
Yeah, please.
Ladies,
I like that shit.
Take care.
And I'm a brat. I might poke the bear a little bit.
Absolutely.
And be like, do this. I'll be like, for what? The fuck I said. I mean, sorry, daddy. I'm that girl because I do like. It gets me off. Let's put it like that. And in every way possible, not even just sexual, or whatever the case is. But like, it's the thing that makes me crave that presence coming back, and whatever the case is, you know. So. Submissive.
Listen, y'all. I know y'all probably horny right now watching it.
Wow,
y'all learning though, learning at the same time, horny. You know what I'm saying? I get it, but we're about to go into my favorite part of the show, which is how New York is you. This is my favorite part of the show. It's my segment.
Okay.
These are questions by me, and I just like to. I know you from New York. You from
Harlem?
Harlem?
Yeah, from Harlem.
So you should know a lot of these questions, and you should know the answers to a lot of these questions. And I wrote them down, and where we gonna start at? You putting?
I'm putting nothing right now. I'm just trying to figure something out. Don't look at my screen.
Okay.
Freestyle. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
So
you good.
Let's go with the first question. Let me see where we at with it.
That's interesting. I better not be trying to revoke my residency and shit.
No, you might do pretty good.
We gonna see what's up.
You pretty much.
People already trying to do it there since I got a house in Westchester. They like, bitch.
Yeah, you've been out the hood for a minute, so you got
to
see you still got your shit.
I still got my place in Harlem. I'm still outside.
We're gonna find out.
What's up?
Question number 1. Mm-hmm. If you're walking through the hood, what's a word to look out for before you get robbed or jumped? A. Yo, I know you from somewhere. B. Yup, let me highlight you for a second. C. Yeah. D. Any random whistle.
Which one of these is supposed to be not the correct answer? Because anything could be
all the above is the last.
Yeah, oh yeah, because that's the answer. Because anything could be a quick layup.
I gotta rewrite these because they all sound grimy as shit, and she's from the hood. Like,
nah, because anything is just to catch your attention to get that quick off guard moment and then sneak you. No, thank you.
You on point.
All right.
Because the most grimiest one is yo, come here. God know you from somewhere. That's run. If you ever hear that, just run. You don't know them, especially if you don't. Yo, I know you from somewhere.
You get lined up
just run.
It's a straight line.
Yeah, I'll let you for a second.
Because the next sentence on that, ain't you that nigga that? Like,
yeah. You know my cousin, right? Yeah, get up out of there.
Yeah, my boy said that you was on some bullshit. Now niggas here to see you. So any of that could be a direct. Yeah.
But second question. I think this is too easy. Let's. Can you pull it up, Flo? I need you to name these quarter waters by flavor.
The flavor is the color, my nigga. A red quarter water, a blue quarter water, a green
Well, at least we teaching people that don't know. No, somebody just said cherry.
Those shit don't even hit the same no more either.
Yeah,
Only time it's cherry is when it's the mango cocoa cherry.
They took the crack out of it. No,
because I had one of them shits at a cookout. I was like, this is not the juice that I grew up on. But if it's not the mango cocoa cherry lady, there is no. That's the flavor.
Okay. Well, you didn't take no trips out of high school when you was young, right? You worked for summer in in the hood and all that? You had a summer job before?
Yeah,
I've been around.
I've been working since 14, so yeah.
So, because the last guest didn't get this right. She
summer
made an
yummy?
excuse. Can I ask the question? What is summer yummy?
The summer yummy. I answered it before you asked it.
What is summer yummy?
It's the summer youth job. Yeah, summer youth employment program.
I thought I was bugging because she was like, no, what is that? It's a potato chip? Is that a recipe?
Somebody said that?
Celeste, last guest, he'll be on
It's every 2 weeks that check.
Yeah, she said, well, she's claimed she left for the summer and went to South Carolina, so yeah.
But the summer youth was every summer. You had your working papers at 14.
She's
been
around, y'all. As I can tell.
Yeah.
She's from here.
I've been hustling since I was like 7. I ain't even gonna hold you.
Paxing your ass and all that?
I was 7. Now I don't know about that. You gotta hold it down. 7 years old? That's crazy. Now, you know what I used to do? I used to sell, my uncle used to go to the warehouse downtown and get the little glow lights, the little shits you can put in. I remember the summertime. At one point, them shits was every summer, niggas had the shit in their mouth, and you was at the party, you could see the glow lights. So I used to hustle the glow lights.
Yeah, Bobby with the shopping cart.
That and I pack bags, nigga. What's up with you?
Me too.
Yeah, those are the best tips. You could go all
Pack
day.
bags?
$11 I used to make.
Yo.
A day?
No, yeah, like in a shift, 3-hour shift.
I'm about to say $11.
I don't know if it's because I was a woman, because I was caking and them give me a nice old lady
Old
do
you
a
was.
delivery. Like 10 or 11.
Okay.
And me and my brothers and sisters was all out there. We had all 3 hours. You couldn't fuck with us.
Y'all was bullying.
Store opened up. What's up?
What's up?
You better hold.
Deliveries. You was getting deliveries?
Nah, they do.
They was see you
That's
was getting hurt. That's why you made $11. At least $30
$20 tip. You get a nice lady. She, oh, it's so good that you're doing this. You could be doing so many other things. Now that's me. I pay it forward on the DoorDash delivery. Like if you a black person, you deliver to that's how I support my community.
All right.
That's it.
Let's see where you at with this one now. Okay,
I don't know.
Got them all right so far. Where did the famous chair fight take place?
It was in City Island.
Jesus Christ!
Are you talking about the first chair fight, not the new chair?
Oh no,
because you know the chair nigga. Now the chair got
if it didn't happen in New York, we don't talk about it.
Oh, okay, all right.
So this took place in New York. Everybody knows the famous.
Oh no, that's
City Island went
over
down.
At the last
You know.
Yeah.
All right. I need to get my fucking questions together.
No, they're actually good.
They're good. It's just not for you.
Yeah, but I'm.
You really from here?
I'm from New York.
How New York is used for people that's really.
That's supposed to be from New York.
Yeah.
You got to ask niggas questions like, see, what somebody could have potentially got me over the head at one point was how much is the fare on the train right now?
I think it's still $275.
See, but I
it went up?
Isn't it $325 some shit now? Yeah. See, I had the same response because I had to take in the train and so I got me nigga that work for MTA. Now I know what the question is.
Next episode, pause. We coming hard.
We coming hard.
Next question. What is mostly missing in a black person house?
Mostly missing?
Yes. I say it like that just to confuse you a little bit. Yeah.
Missing?
What's missing most of the time in a black person's house?
There's mad shit that be missing. I be finding in the junk drawer.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what's most missing.
Finally, shit!
You got me going the opposite way. I'm thinking about plastic bags under the sink. All
do what you do.
What we don't be having.
Should be crazy, right?
Most missing.
Should be the first thing to go.
Food stamps? Oh, no, that was a while.
Food stamps?
Yeah, she's just going that day, sold half, used half. But,
yeah.
Damn, you might have got me. Hold on. You got me really climbing into my shit.
Right, this is not really a how New York is you question, but
it's just a black folk question. It sounds like
it's fucked up. I just want that.
I don't know, because I grew up in one of those houses that just had everything. You know what I'm saying? And never where it was supposed to be. Never find nothing where it's supposed to be.
Not this nigga.
I don't know. I gotta hear the answer.
I just said it. Not this nigga.
Because she been calling niggas daddy her whole life. That's what it is.
Damn! Okay, alright. Well, also I just said I grew up with mad men around. That's not what wasn't missing in my house.
Yeah.
Damn!
That nigga walked out with the food stamps.
Pick you up and put you down type shit. At first I was gonna say me, my teenage years.
The answer was dad.
Oh, you got it. Yeah,
Yeah, it's dad. It's dad. But I was supposed to say me in my teenage years.
Oh,
the right nigga called me to come outside. I was getting that ass whipping on the comeback, but I was hold on, let me sneak out past my mother real quick.
All right, which borough got the most? Which borough got the biggest rats?
The biggest rats?
Yeah.
I feel like they wrong.
Don't be afraid. Listen to
I think it's they wrong.
There's no right answer.
Nah,
everybody says the Bronx.
Staten Island don't count.
Wow, I didn't say that. She sit there.
I said.
Everybody watching. Shout out to Staten Island.
Not no funny shit. Y'all
I was
can count more than Staten Island on the low. If you want to get technical, because you can get there. It counts way more. Like I could be in the Bronx in 5 minutes from my house, or whatever the case. In Staten Island, I gotta go fucking over the fucking moon.
We was asking about the rats. I don't know how she talked about Staten Island. Shout out to Method Man. I was showing him yesterday.
Because I haven't seen no rats.
I don't like when y'all start doing this. We just talk about the rats.
Because you asked about the rats.
Count. They got projects over there. They got
rat population.
They count. We don't know because we don't go over there. See,
because the niggas can't get over the water.
You can drive to Staten Island now, y'all.
Yeah, so you seen rats cross to the Verrazano? That's what I'm saying. So like, I just want to know how the rats is even getting there. Right. They taking the train? Like can't even take the train.
The answer was the Bronx, and there's no correct answer, but most of the
time
it is the Bronx.
It's the Bronx for the most part.
Because they violate in the Bronx. They walk on the sidewalk and they run up your leg. They violate.
Them niggas is different. They sitting on a platform and the bench waiting for the train with you. I met one at the old movie theater on 61st. He was sitting right next to me. Oh shit!
Yeah, my popcorn, nigga put his hand in my popcorn at the movie theater on 161st.
Ask the nigga if you got extra.
Nigga, stop watching this already, man.
You put no butter on this shit.
Yeah, enjoy the movie with me, chilling.
Nah, but low key downtown Manhattan is supposed to be the fanciest part. Is really no crazy. That's the worst.
That's what.
And the streets is like down there on them streets. Them shits is like this. I'm walking the street the whole time. I don't fuck with the rest.
That's what they at.
Yeah, but all right. I did alright.
Now you did very well, man. Y'all clap it up for her. We came to the end. I want you to plug everything that you got going on. Please let them know your social media, everything you got going on.
There's always so much going on that it's hard to push just one thing. But if you want to find out all the shit that I got going on, just text the word contact to 347-657-6575. And once you send that word, it's gonna reply to you with my digital link that has everything: Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, whatever, events, products, whatever you're looking for, it's there. And that's just the best way to link me. Don't be texting me no weird shit.
Right. I appreciate you coming today. You know what I'm saying?
You
taught me a lot. I'm gonna learn more, and it's a very interesting episode. It's one of probably the most learning episodes I've ever been on. This was different. It was
I'm happy to be here in Inception.
Then you guys enjoy this episode? Like, we're gonna take a class. We're gonna learn how to give head. This is amazing.
Oh, I'm posing you. So you think I'm playing?
I'm serious. I'm gonna put up.
Because I'm definitely.
Pause that, bro.
Yeah, like pause. Like I'm very happy. I'm excited.
I think I'll do. You know what I'll do? I'll make it a 2-part. I'll do both.
Yeah.
So just be straight up oral sex, not just one side or the other. We start with one and then we do the other, so everybody get.
What she said. Like I'm serious. Like it's your boy, Mr. Commodore. Made You Look, episode 8. Like, subscribe, share. Please, y'all. Shout out to the crew, know what I'm saying? Flow Genius. Issa. John Rio stopped by today. What's up? What's up, my boy? Now on the camera, listen, we here, y'all. Like, subscribe, share. I love y'all. We out.
What's up?
That was amazing.
That was good.
Oh, fuck.
And look at the